Welcome, everyone, to Pitbull Stadium, just outside Miami and the home of the FIU Panthers. We are anxiously awaiting a battle as this fan base is ready to show everyone worldwide what FIU football is all about. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he's going to try to return this one. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. So the FIU Panthers offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Back to throw, it's Hoffman. Firing to the right, complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. FIU pushing tempo. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Leaves it with the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback will audible. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's got an open man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And what did I start for this? Throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air, it's Hoffman. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Miami. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Florida International offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Give to the back. Keeps the leg. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Movement here from the tight end. A first down run in the red zone. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll leave it with him. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. 2nd down coming up. They'll try the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleep.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's got it inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking downfield, it's Hoffman. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Miami 37, Florida International 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And when you turned on the tape of this guy last week, man, you saw play after play, and he had 3 sacks last week. This week, he's already got his second. He has been flying all over the field.
The run to the right. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Corner's going to give them room. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Short fields make successful offenses. Just what they want here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. FIU will line up to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Here's the handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get it.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Now, some guys just find a way to get to the quarterback and get sacks. This guy had 3 last week. He's got 2 today. He is piling up those numbers.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. FIU will line up to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets a block. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 15. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
51, Florida International, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest.
And down he goes back at the 3.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. FIU will line up to punt. He takes it at the 45. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Offense set on 1st down. Smith wants to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. With the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He finds his man. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
58, Florida International, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, give on the inside. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, Let's send it back to the guys at Ricardo Silva Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He's going to let it go. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
He unleashes a long one. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Makes a grab enough for the first. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is. But
got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a well-executed 8. Five-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to him again. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Panthers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
They're working that left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the route is on.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
72, Florida International, 7.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Hoffman. Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
He's got it. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Panthers are rolling down the field. The give from the gun. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. FIU mounting the threat in the red zone. They want to run it left here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll go right back to him. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. Now on 3rd down after that run. Off play action. Coming after it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The offense set for a 1st down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 3rd down. Always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Bulls his way forward. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Canes are in the red zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish, nothing to work.